Afternoon, guys. God bless for tuning in. I'm sitting here at the park and it's really bright, so I was trying to sneak in the car and do a really quick message, but I can't get the lighting quite right. But listen, I want to tell you guys about something. I'm sitting here at the park and I'm watching, different people run around the track here, and it got me to really just truly thinking about something. Everybody kind of runs their own race. You know, sometimes what happens is we get caught up in what someone else's race is. You think about, oh well, I'm better than this person at that. So why is this person, have so much, or why does this person seem to be so blessed? And I know that the things that I do. So why does that person, have more than me, or why is that person so have so much more going for him than I have? And then really start thinking about that. And when you start thinking about, the next man, then you're looking over your shoulder. There was a couple scriptures in the Bible that actually reminded me of. I remember, you know, when uh, when Peter, when Jesus was talking to Peter and he told him to feed my sheep. And then remember John walked up and he said something to him, said something to to him or whatever. And then Jesus kind of brushed off what John said, and he told Peter, "No, look, you follow me." And that was just to kind of say, I know John has his own agenda. Remember, there's one point in the Bible where John and his brother James had went and brought their mother, and their mother said, "I need to talk to you, Jesus." And you know. John's mother asked Jesus, could they sit next to you, in heaven? And you know, and then there's other instances, where where John was speaking on Peter. There was this jealousy between John and Peter. Clearly, John just speaks about himself in third person a few times, and there's this jealousy that John had for Peter because John felt like he was the anointed one, like he was the special one. And John felt like it was all about him because Jesus loved him. He referred to himself so many times as the disciple that Jesus loved, and there are other times throughout the Word where he spoke on different aspects of it. And so I had my Bible sitting here, and it made me think of a particular Bible verse. And the verse that it made me think about was 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, "Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box has one beating in the air, but I discipline my body to keep it under control, lest after preaching to others I myself may be disqualified." Amen. So this is a letter that Paul wrote to the first letter that Paul wrote to the Corinthians, and he was telling them, everybody, you run your race. You get in great shape, you run a race, you're an athlete, or maybe you're a basketball player or a football player. You get yourself into this really great shape. Now, the thing about it is, everybody can't be Michael Jordan or LeBron James. You know, um, somebody has to be, Scottie Pippen. Somebody has to be Steve Kerr. Somebody has to be J.R. Smith. Someone has to be Tristan Thompson. You run your own race. You know, the coach isn't going to expect the same thing from you that he has, you know, that he expects from LeBron. The coach would be crazy to expect, Tristan Thompson to have 40, 50 points in a game. It'd be kind of crazy to think, but Tristan does his own thing. Coach would be kind of crazy to think that, that Steve Kerr is going to have 50 rebounds in a game or 30 rebounds in a game. It'd be kind of crazy to think that. So everybody runs their own race. Everybody's individual. Everybody is different. You may not be the same thing. You may not be Tom Brady, but you're Drew Brees. Everybody runs their own race. You can't be concerned about the next man's race. You can only be focused on what your race is. You can only be focused on what it is that's going on in your life. You can only be focused on that, because once you start sidetracking uh, and thinking about the next man, then you lose focus of God, which is why Jesus told Peter in that instance, he said, no, you focus on me. You follow me. That's why he told him that you follow me. Don't worry about the other things. Don't worry about, what this disciple over here that claims I love him is saying. Don't worry about, none of that other stuff. You just stay focused on me and you play your game. And when I'm gone, I want you to feed my sheep. And that's what he told Peter, and Peter did that. He did it great. And so I just want to tell you guys, don't worry about the next man. Just focus on you and what you have going on. As long as you focus on your job, then everything else will take care of itself. Just worry about yourself, and watch how God just changes things. You run your own personal race. Until next time, my friends, God bless.